My next guest is a realtor with Berkshire Hathaway. Isaac, thanks for making time to be here today.
Thanks for inviting me.
No problem. I'm Zach Miller with my co-host Vance Neidig.
Nice to meet you, Isaac.
Nice to meet you guys.
And we are touching base with Issac Saldana today. So you just celebrated a birthday on the 12th of July here. So happy belated birthday there.
Thank you.
Do anything special for that?
Just hit up the rodeo, Madison County.
Yeah. I guess that's an easy way to celebrate. There's always something going on.
Yep, definitely.
So are you originally from Norfolk then?
Yep, all my life.
Good.
Just turned 20 years, so I've been here 20 years.
There you go. Did you go to Norfolk High?
Yep.
Were you involved in any kind of sports or activities or anything?
Yeah, so I started off with wrestling freshman year. That didn't go too well, so I didn't like it. But I did football, track mainly were my main sports.
What'd you play in football?
Started off with outside linebacker. And
That's a good spot.
Yeah, and then I did some running back, fullback stuff, but I played more defense and special teams than anything.
I was a defensive guy too, so I'm right there with you on that one. I liked hitting people, not carrying the ball.
Yep. My favorite was kickoff.
Yeah.
Just go speeding down.
Flare down.
Yep.
What'd you do in track? What events? Or did you just do it for football?
I did it for football and friends and stuff, but I did the 100 meter and the 200 meter. Wasn't the fastest, but like I said, for friends and football and stuff.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
How was your overall high school experience here?
It was great. Yeah, I'd say freshman, sophomore year, I was still trying to find my crowd and stuff. But junior, senior year, it was kind of like, I started getting more open, finding more friends, and just getting into more activities like that.
It kind of seems how the experience goes. You're kind of trying to find where you kind of fit in and things like that.
Yeah.
How did you kind of come to decide on what college to go to and what major you decided on?
Yeah, so I was kind of lost for a little bit. I was kind of wanting to go into law enforcement and go to Wayne. And then I started thinking like of the fields that I wanted to go to. And I didn't know if I wanted to do 4 years of college or 2 years. And like just getting out of high school, I wanted to get it over with. So I chose Northeast, super close to home, like affordable. And I chose business just because of the field I wanted to get into. I decided I wanted to be a real estate agent. So
you knew that already then, that you wanted to be a real estate agent? Or
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. What made you kind of decide on that path?
Yeah, so I have a aunt and like cousins down there in Texas and stuff. So I just see like what they're doing and how they're doing things down there, and it just made me kind of like gave me some motivation to want to do that. And it's like it's something I could get into. So I was like, I'm gonna do that.
That's cool. What kind of turned you away from law enforcement, since that was your first first idea?
I'd have to say like I didn't really know what I would get myself into with law enforcement and stuff. And then I knew if I were to get into real estate, I'd have plenty of people to talk to. And
How was your experience at Northeast?
It was really fun. I'd have to say Northeast is definitely like 10 out of 10. Recommend it.
That's good.
Really enjoyed my teachers. They did really good at like teaching their fields, and you can tell that, they're there to educate you, build relationships with you and stuff.
That's awesome to hear. I noticed that you had the opportunity to maybe have a hand in the new logo. Was that true? Or did you just unveil it?
Yeah, I just unveiled it. Yeah.
I just saw a few comments. I saw that you maybe had a hand in designing it, but I guess you just unveiled the logo. That's kind of cool, though. You still got to unveil the logo.
Yeah, so it was one of my advanced marketing classes. They gave us the opportunity, like whoever wanted to do it, we could do it, and just went for it. Might as well.
That's cool. That's awesome. So what different, did you have jobs in high school, or you kind of just focused on sports? Or through college too, I mean? Kind of high school, college?
Yeah, for a while, freshman, sophomore year, junior year, part of junior year. My parents are just like, focus on your grades and school and stuff and sports rather than working. And then senior year, after football season, I was like probably should start working so I can save up and, learn how to do everything. So I started a job at Target there. And I worked through my 2 years of college, and then recently I just left Target.
It's a pretty good entry level kind of job though too.
Yeah.
Did it work with your school schedule?
Yeah, it definitely worked a lot. Super flexible. I worked morning shifts. I worked like short shifts. I did 6 to 9 a.m. Then I'd go to school, go to the weights, go back to school, go to the food truck, do homework, and then it was like time to go to bed and do it again tomorrow.
Right. Is that food truck thing? Is that kind of a voluntold thing you have to go do? Or are you getting paid there? Or are you just kind of going to help out?
Yeah, just free food, hanging out with my
help
my
out the family.
parents. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I like it a lot. It's a good view.
Yeah.
Get to see the downtown and meet all the new people that come and stuff.
Yeah. So that's kind of a good segue because we're going to kind of get into that. So your father owns La Parilla Loca here in town. Yep. It's a food truck parked over by the old Alco building. Mm-hmm. I forget what the old mill plaza, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Did you have a role in the idea of that, or was it mostly just kind of his idea or your family's idea?
Yeah, so my dad, he's always wanted that. So he's from Puebla, Mexico.
Okay.
Puebla. And that's just something he's always wanted to do. He worked at Tyson for a while, and then he was like, I want something different and stuff. So
Is he the cook? Is he the mastermind behind everything?
Yep. He just went, he left Tyson, and then he was like, I'm going to do this, and he just went through with it, and it all just happened, right time, right place.
When did he open that?
Actually, today's our 1 year anniversary.
Oh, well, congratulations to you guys.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I see it's doing a pretty good.
Yeah.
Good food too.
Yeah.
I've had quite a few things from there, and I would definitely recommend it. It won the TNT Boys taco contest, so that's something you can be proud of. Kale's pretty picky about his tacos.
Yeah.
Did your dad touch you all the cooking secrets too? Now you can go do your own, or you still have to have him cook for you sometimes for the good stuff.
I watch him and I'll make my own stuff, and he'll just make fun of me. But it tastes good to me. And
so he hasn't given you all the secrets yet.
No.
And you have to deduce them by yourself just by watching.
Yeah. I mean, that's how he learned, just doing it all by himself. But he actually, before starting up, he took a trip to Mexico. Yeah. Went to other food trucks down there and saw how they did stuff and came back.
Probably learned a lot doing that too, right? Yeah. So you said he's originally from Mexico. Yep. When did he come up here? Or what brought him to Nebraska? Do you know? Or maybe we should bring him on and ask him that question.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that. Honestly, I'm sure it's been a while though.
Yeah, been a while.
Yeah, but he said he lived in California for a while, and then I'm not sure why Nebraska.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to bring him on and ask him those questions. Has he always had an entrepreneurial spirit? Is that kind of his thing?
He's the hardest working man I know. Yeah, to be honest, he's like I said, he used to be a general supervisor. I'm pretty sure at Tyson. Okay, so he was there working every single day, and that's just how he is. Work, and then he did the food truck. And it's he knew he wanted to do that, so he just did it. And it's that's all he does. He loves working so much.
He's probably working more hours now than he was at Tyson trying to get everything.
Yeah, but he loves it. He loves being his own boss and own hours, and
that's awesome.
Meeting the new people and stuff.
I know he kind of picks because he's open certain times a day, right? Yeah, not all the time. Or not all day, I guess.
We just switched it to Monday and Tuesday. We're open now too. Okay.
Cool. So I was wondering that because I thought it was Monday, Tuesday they were closed. So that's good. That's good to know that they're open all week now. Do you know any kind of maybe what difficulties he faced in the beginning on that, or was he able to kind of get right through and get it done?
No, there was definitely some difficulties, finding a spot. That was our number one difficulty. Getting the truck clean from the previous owner. Learning how to do everything the way we're going to do it, our pricing.
Was getting your licenses and stuff to be able to sell, was that a problem at all, or is that kind of an easy process?
I think it was a pretty easy process for him. I helped him a lot. Good. Like I said, we're two different people. I don't know what happened behind closed doors and stuff.
Right. Did you get to do a lot of taste testing? Trial runs and stuff like that?
Oh, my whole life.
So you already knew what was good and what wasn't.
I already know my parents' food is so good.
Well, I'll quit asking questions on that. Maybe we'll just have to bring him on sometime.
Yes, definitely.
And get his take on that. So we kind of talked about you wanted to do real estate from the beginning, right? Yep. So right now, it's a very tough market to break into, especially in Norfolk. During this tough spell in the economy, what, I mean, did that play a role in any of your decision to get into real estate, or
No,
you're
it's
just like, I'm just going to take this head on?
It's very like, it's something I've wanted to do for a while. And it's like, one thing about me is like, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And I just, I wasn't going to say I'm going to do real estate and then back out. Like, that's not me.
Yeah. Give it a real go and get after it. Yeah.
And then I'm like, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I tried, and I'm like at a young age. So, it's all about trial and error right now.
Yeah.
How hard was the test for you? It's a pretty difficult test, right?
Pretty difficult test.
How long did you study for that? I mean, did you take some classes for that specifically at Northeast?
I took one class Northeast, did 2 other classes online. And then from there, it was like just studying, take the test. Took me a couple tries, but.
Because you almost have to know all the law about all the contracts, and it's kind of a difficult. I started to study for it, and then I got into insurance, and then here's where I'm at. But it looked like a pretty difficult test.
Yeah, it's a very difficult test.
You pass it first try?
No, took a couple tries. There's a national part. Pretty sure that's about 90 questions, and the state part is 55, maybe.
That's not too bad then.
Yeah.
And then I'm assuming there's some continuing education that you have to do. Is it every 2 years for you guys, or how does that? Do you know how that works?
I believe it's every 6 months.
Oh, every 6 months you have to do that.
No, wait, no, not right there. So starting off, it's 6 months, and then I think it's every 2 years.
Every 2 years
you have to do.
So you have to do more. So you have to do it right away in 6 months. So that's kind of good. And things are always changing, I think, in the real estate, obviously, in everything with licenses and stuff. So you got to keep up on that, which is why they do that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to answer this or not, but I saw that you were originally with Remax.
Yeah.
What kind of happened there, and what made you want to do that switch so quickly?
Just wasn't the right place, right time. Just young. I just felt like I couldn't do much there.
Yeah. Just didn't like the atmosphere. I mean, I get that. I get, if you're trying to do your thing.
Yeah, people were really nice there and stuff, really friendly to me. But, I just want to be able to grow and move. And my plan is to move to Omaha someday, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Just a bigger market type of thing.
Yeah.
They have a better housing market, I'll tell you that, than Norfolk does.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks.
Bigger market, like the brokerage I'm with now is Berkshire Hathaway.
Yep.
And already there's so much more resources.
That's good. What made you to kind of decide to fall with them?
The lady reached out to me, and she was super nice, super friendly.
Is there an office here in Norfolk for Berkshire, or are you kind of a standalone here in town?
There is an office here, but I'm working through the one in Columbus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I knew there was one in Columbus. I didn't know there was an office here. So
do you work out of an office, or do you kind of work from home mostly?
Right now, working from home, just learning the ropes and stuff. Jacqueline Weesey is who added me on to the team. So she's been super helpful. Like,
she's out of Columbus?
Yep. Yeah, she's been taking me to open houses, showings, just doing all this stuff to help me out, which is, what I want starting off.
And you're just kind of taking it all in?
Yeah.
So have you had any early success yet, or are you kind of still just shadowing?
Shadowing, yeah, so far. Learn something new every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have a couple buddies that we look at houses and stuff, but
yeah, well, I noticed you were kind of, as you were walking down, you were kind of getting the scope of this one too. So
beautiful.
You're already starting to kind of
I'm in that mindset.
Yeah. I know your social media presence has been pretty good too.
Yeah, that's one thing straight out of college I wanted to do. I do my parents' food truck, social media and stuff, and just trying to get the hang of everything.
Mm-hmm. Have you had success on certain platforms? Have you seen, is there any one that works better for you guys, either on the real estate side or on the food truck side?
I'd have to say for both of them, I've just been using Facebook mainly. It's such a easy tool to use, and if you have the right thing to post, you can reach a lot of your friends. And what I like to do too is you can tag everybody in the bottom of your comments, and it tags all your friends, or you can tag them by yourself, and those friends of the people you tag, they get to see the post too. So there's a higher reach.
What tag do you use for that?
I just use you can go to the comments.
Everybody?
Yeah,
you just everybody.
Everybody. Yeah, and then when you're about to post too, you can tag all your friends.
Nice, that's good, and it seems to be working for you guys.
Yeah, and then joining group chats and stuff like that, posting on there.
Oh, like group pages.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of ones for the food truck, or is that more like for the real estate side?
For the food truck, there's about 3 that we do. There's a lot of people in those group chats, and I just post on the regular page and then post to those group chats too.
That's pretty cool. I've seen it kind of everywhere. It was it started to pop up, and it started to see everything. We've had a little. The reason I wanted to ask you is because we've had a little struggle getting some of our stuff,
certain stuff, yeah,
certain stuff out there. I think we're shadow banned right now because I can't get a single like on anything.
It seems like, yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah,
but it's all about like staying consistent and just doing it.
Yeah,
making sure it looks good and better than everybody else.
Right,
sure.
Right.
Can you tell that you get like on the food truck side? Do you guys get a lot off of Facebook? Like a lot when you can tell when something hits, you get a lot more business, or
yeah, definitely. We post. I try to post every day, like when we're open, when we're closing stuff, and like sometimes we'll do like a deals on our food, and people will call right away and
to get their deals, your deals. That's pretty cool. Yeah, do you do a lot of like online ordering or phone ordering, or mostly people walk up?
Yeah, a lot of people will call from the phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we'll make sure to put that in like the caption, and I feel like it's more convenient, so you don't have to like wait. You can just come pick up your food.
Have you guys thought about doing DoorDash?
We thought about it, but yeah, we don't know yet. We probably have to look more into that.
What's that? Have you kind of looked at how that works? Like, do you guys have to? I don't really know on the backside how DoorDash works.
How it works
like
on
with the restaurant side.
Yeah, I think you have to pay like a small fee out of what they pay. I'm pretty sure.
Do you guys set your own? Do you know if you guys set your own prices for that, or to kind of make that up? Because I know if you know, like
I was under the impression that DoorDash sets the prices on top of what
DoorDash does it on top of that.
That's what I would assume, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah,
because it's always more expensive on DoorDash than it is to go get it from wherever.
Yeah, so that's interesting.
Yeah.
What does he have any thoughts of expanding? I know it's only been a year.
Yeah. Right now we're just growing like our workers. Like he just hired on 2 new people. And
oh, really?
Yeah, that's why we're opening Monday and Tuesday. But we just want to keep staying open, just pushing through and seeing how big we can get. My dad eventually wants to get a restaurant someday too.
Well, like a brick and mortar.
Yep.
Yeah. That's when all the overhead comes in.
Yep, that's the goal.
Going back to the real estate, do you feel that some realtors in our market have drove the prices up on homes to an astronomical level compared to other areas here in Norfolk?
I'd have to say that's just how the economy is. Like everything's rising in prices and stuff.
Gotcha. Any ideas on how to fix the housing market at all?
Not that I know of.
Yeah.
No, not yet.
Do you see yourself or wanting to get into any like development in the future? Like as far as developing like
your own stuff.
I'd
like
say
buy some land and put houses in and then sell them.
I'd say definitely in the future that'd probably be something I'm interested in doing. But
that's
like
kind of your main goal.
Yeah. Right now I'm just focusing on like residential and stuff, getting the hang of everything, meeting new people, getting my name out there.
Commercial development can be pretty lucrative too. And already having your real estate license makes that a lot easier.
It's just that initial investment that you got to build up to. So
yeah, definitely down the road I want to like buy and flip houses and stuff and sell them.
Yeah, would you do the work yourself, or would you try to get a partner as a contractor?
I'd probably get a partner just to expand the business and stuff. But why not learn in the first house and try doing, seeing what I can do. Yeah,
I've heard the horror stories. It's usually like 4 houses in before you actually turn a profit. So, but as long as you're ready to stick for the long haul, you're pretty good to go.
Yeah.
Do you have any more ideas up your sleeve as far as businesses go, or are you really kind of trying to stick with real estate?
Right now, just trying to stick with real estate. See how much I can learn. Like I said, I'm learning every day. I want to meet new people. I'm trying to get my name out there still and get my first deal under my belt.
Right. And you've been in it for how long? I don't think we said that.
A month.
Total?
About a month.
Gotcha.
Maybe more.
Do you have any aspirations to be your own broker? Have your own office?
Maybe eventually down the road, but no, I haven't really thought about that too much.
Or you want to just kind of stay around the area? You said you want to go to Omaha. You said you got family in Texas. Have you looked at the different markets and maybe thought, maybe the market's better down there?
I have not. No, I love Norfolk though, and I do plan to stay here for a while before I do eventually go to Omaha.
Yeah.
But
Omaha's tough.
yeah, I just knew that starting off. Like I know a lot of people here in Norfolk and Omaha. I'd be like a lost person. You know?
Right.
I don't know anybody. I feel like it'd be way harder to learn.
That's a
over there.
catch-22 because well, from what I've in being in my profession, sometimes knowing everybody isn't always the greatest thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes being the fresh new guy can be an asset too.
It kind of depends on your route. You're both in like this. It's both sales.
Yeah.
So it kind of depends on your route in sales. Like if you're going to be dishonest, it's probably better to not know anybody.
Right.
But if you're going to be honest with people, I mean, yeah, I can see where you're coming from, where it's a catch-22 because people feel comfortable about like, well, give me the friends and family discount, or like you can't charge me this much because I know you. Blah,
or
blah,
it's
blah,
almost
all
like
this
you
stuff.
have to prove yourself.
Yeah, that too.
To them.
You can see that too. But you generally, if you know people, there's a little more trust, and it's easier to get in the door too, though. That's the other side of it. That's where it's a really good thing if you know everybody. That initial like cold call, quote unquote cold call, is 10 times easier as opposed to not knowing anybody, and their cold call is a real cold call.
Yeah.
So, but it depends on the type of person you are. Some people love that environment where they know not a single person, and
yeah. Do you have any other marketing tactics besides social media? Have you done any like door-to-door stuff or any kind of
I have taken my cards to like businesses and stuff just to have for people to see.
Has that been pretty receptive of people?
To be honest, not really.
Yeah.
No, not so far. But I'm waiting for my first listing, and like I'm gonna market it so good.
Has your mentors told you like how long that could take or what you kind of need to do to get that first listing?
Just reaching out, stay in touch with those people that are like leads.
Mm-hmm.
Stay in touch with the leads. Try to push them,
Is
but
there
not be too pushy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, sales is tough to have that fine line of pushy and not pushy. And is there lead generation stuff in the real estate market? Like I know in insurance you can buy leads per se.
Yeah, there is, but I haven't really experimented with those too much yet.
Now, as far as you work, are you a contracted employee or do you actually work for Berkshire? Does that make sense?
I'm not too sure about that.
Okay. I was just wondering how that kind of fell. If they give you all the resources and give you the leads and all that kind of stuff, do they pay for your business cards, or is that something you had to pay for?
So when I joined her, she paid for my business cards.
So the broker did it. So
Yeah.
so you work for the broker then. Okay, so I get you. That makes sense. So maybe in the future we'll have to bring you back once you got some time under your belt.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm asking some hard questions for a guy who's only been in it for a month. Other than that, though, I mean, have you with following her around, what has been the biggest takeaway for you as far as watching her do her job?
I'd have to say just be personable and, get to know the person when you're talking to them. Be happy every time. Like, it's all about attitude when you're talking to people. And, if you go in with a negative attitude, you're going to get a negative outcome. And that's just one thing I really learned from her. She always has a positive attitude. And I feel like that really attracts people that are maybe scared going into that house and to look at it.
So have you dealt more, like following her more with the seller, or has she had some buyees, some people that she's been looking for houses for? Have you been around that yet, or only on the selling side of it, the listing side of it?
So I've just been going to like open houses and stuff with her up in Columbus.
So probably the seller
that's
side.
the seller side.
Yep. So we'll just have like buyers come in, look at the houses, see how it is. And every time somebody goes and talks, she's like the most positive person ever. And
yeah. Has she talked about, does she have people that reach out to her and say, can you go look at houses, or do you have any ideas of some houses for us and stuff like that? Because I know some realtors they'll go to other like other realty agents on your behalf basically and try to find a house for you.
Yeah. Yeah. There's the first open house. There's these people that were looking at a house and they were under another agent. So
it's definitely a tough deal, especially it's always good. And I've just noticed in my time in real estate that if you can get it in the same, like the buyer and the seller can be in the same,
You trust it a little
same
better.
office, that, and then they do a little better because then their commission's all
Yeah.
staying in one spot.
Yep.
Because it's all commission based, which is tough. Because I mean, are you getting? Maybe you don't want to answer this, but are you getting some sort of a salary or an hourly wage while you're doing this? Or
No.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
So you're straight commission only.
Yeah.
That's what I figured. Because the commission can be pretty good. So I know that's you sell one house and you're good for a little bit. Do you know a lot of people in the Columbus area? Have you been trying to kind of get into that market, or are you kind of trying to stay in the Norfolk area?
So I'm going to stay in the Norfolk area, just market myself here, and then she's in Columbus. So if she has any leads down here in Norfolk, she'll send them my way.
Well, that's good to know then.
Yeah.
You know how long she's been around doing it? Quite a while?
Quite a while. I'd say she's very experienced in what she's doing.
That's good. At least she's able to kind of give you her knowledge and
Yeah.
seems to be open to
Yep, she's very open. I love
giving
it.
you the knowledge there.
Yeah.
Anything else we kind of missed in your background at all? Anything exciting or something that we didn't know about?
I have to say that's everything. Yeah. I mean,
I guess you're 20, so I mean,
Yeah.
you only experienced so much, right? I
yeah,
guess.
sorry about that, but
No.
yeah.
I feel bad. You know, I didn't know you coming in, but
Yeah. We talked earlier. You're obviously friends with Sam, right? And
Sam,
that's
yep.
what brought you
Yeah.
on our radar is Sam McKell and the TNT boys, obviously.
Yeah.
How do you know them? Like from school then?
So Sam is actually my older brother's friend from back in high school, and then just going to the Y like every day, seeing him and stuff.
Yeah.
Just became friends. Talked to him. I always talk trash to him about the Packers. I love the Cowboys. So we're just-
Oof.
Oh.
Okay.
we got a real. So he's a Packers fan.
oh my god.
I'm a Bears fan.
No, he's a Tampa Bay Bucks fan.
I'm a Bucks fan. Yeah.
He left the Bears because they drafted Caleb Williams.
Yeah, I didn't want that.
No, he's still going to be a Bears fan, whatever he says.
Yeah.
Who's your older brother?
Chris Saldana.
So I graduated with Chris back in high school.
Yep. Yeah.
So,
Well, that's how I know Sam.
That's pretty. What does Chris do?
He works at Great Dane.
Okay.
He does detailing on the side and then helps with the food truck.
Nice.
He's always busy.
I was gonna say he's got
Yeah.
wears a lot of hats then too, huh?
Yeah.
Do you have any aspirations in the future to do any kind of food truck stuff, or is that kind of just your
I'd
dad's
say
thing?
more. I'd say more on just helping him expand.
Yeah.
Stuff.
On the marketing side? And
Yeah. Try
stuff
getting
like
him
that.
into more events and just get the name out there.
I don't know if I asked this earlier. You had said it was maybe tough to find a spot. Did you get denied certain places?
Yeah. So there was a place down south. Not sure in the street name.
Mm-hmm.
But we were gonna do there, and then the guy kind of just ghosted us when it was time to, do all the papers and stuff. But
Interesting.
yeah, we found a place over there in the old mill.
Yeah,
Just-
that's a good spot, I think.
Yeah, I love it. For a while, we were kind of scared they were gonna kick us. They were gonna kick us out, but
Well, right. Because of the
yeah, that thing got canceled though, so we were really excited.
you guys come in clutch for the land party over there.
Mm-hmm.
We can just walk out and get tacos. That was pretty good. And then there's another food truck sitting next to you guys too, right?
Yep.
Is that going to kind of, maybe you don't know how to, if you can answer this, is that going to kind of turn into like a food truck alley until they do something with that area? It's kind of a good spot for it.
Yeah.
It's actually especially as much as I feel about the water, it's a really good spot for it. It's a
Mhm.
great spot for something like that, walking distance. And I mean, it's a busy area, plenty of parking. So
Yeah,
it's
plenty of
not
parking.
hard to get to.
Yeah.
And they allow you to put the benches and
Yep.
picnic tables out there. So that's kind of a cool thing.
I love it at night. It's the most beautiful thing you ever.
I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Is it, and we haven't really talked about this, and I know you allude to it a lot, obviously with your brother working there, you work there a lot. Is it mostly a family ordeal? Like it's just you guys are doing it and then you have a couple employees?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's my dad. He's always working. Then just whoever's free, go
Yeah.
help my dad.
That's awesome. That's a family. I mean, I've grown up in a family that we've got all kinds of family businesses, and it's a
Yeah.
huge thing. I mean, you complain about it. They always say don't do business with family.
yeah.
And that's when he kind of went with, are you voluntold? I mean, I've been voluntold for a lot of stuff in my life too,
Yeah.
but
No,
there's a big satisfaction from helping or working as a family to do
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, definitely at the beginning, it was just something to get used to. And I didn't want to go there every day to help, but now it's just kind of like part of the routine. And I get to see my dad and hang out
Yeah.
with the brothers and stuff.
Well, now with the success that it's had,
Yeah.
it's probably fun to go.
Yeah.
And it's probably busy, makes time go by fast.
Yep. And free food.
Free food. Yeah, free food. That's got to be the best part, right? That's got to be the best part.
Free food, or we're hiring, or what's going on there? I might have some free hours every now and then.
I'll come volunteer for an hour to get some free food.
Give me some free food. I'll cook something. I'll fry something up real quick.
Yeah.
No, it takes a toll on you. I gained a couple pounds.
I mean, sure. I got to figure. I got to work at it. So
yeah, I'm in shape. I'm round.
I'm A shape.
A shape.
I used to have a 6-pack.
I have never had one of them.
Hey, don't lose it now, because the older you get, the worse it is to keep it.
As soon as that metabolism goes, it gets real rough.
That's funny.
Because the appetite doesn't go away, the metabolism does.
Right. So you did. I'm going to go back to college a little bit. So you did 2 years in Northeast. So do you have any aspirations to further your education at all? Do you want to go after that 4-year degree, or
as of right now, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like straight out of high school, I haven't really had a break, and I feel like 2 years is good enough for me.
Yeah.
Just so I can experience, life.
Yeah. Other than that, you're in a profession where, kind of like me, I didn't finish college. I didn't do a 4-year degree, and I'm in sales, and I'm doing just fine.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I see it.
Yeah. I don't have a degree, so
yeah.
I spent a lot of time going to college.
Yeah.
But, I spent a lot of time enrolled in college. Yeah. I didn't spend a lot of time at college.
Where'd you go?
I went to Lincoln and then Northeast. Didn't graduate from either.
Yeah.
Just did a lot of partying.
Yeah.
And I didn't graduate either. I went to Northeast and then UNK, and that's pretty much what it was. Just,
What you guys go for?
I went for sports administration is what I went for, just to kind of a sports business side.
Yeah.
Never did anything in it, but
my first one, when I went to Lincoln, it was poli-sci pre-law. And then when I came to Northeast, it was ag business. Didn't finish either. So.
He'd be funny if he would have finished his poli-sci. He'd probably be a different guy nowadays.
I went to one poli-sci class and this was in 2004 and determined that wasn't for me.
So what is that?
Political science.
Political science.
Yeah.
So what do they do in that?
They just, I don't know. They brainwash you into I don't know. They teach you. You're kind of learning the political side of it, and a lot of pre-law does a lot of political science stuff.
Yeah.
And my goal at the time was either to be a lawyer or to be a, what's the lobbyist?
Lobbyist.
I wanted to be a lobbyist in DC and stuff, and the people that I now despise, I wanted to be one of them. But they get paid a lot of money, so that's why I wanted to do that.
I just watched this show on Netflix, Suits. I don't know if you guys ever watched it.
It's a good show.
It's all about lawyers and stuff.
Yep.
If I could, that's something I'd do, be a lawyer. But
I love to argue, so I think being a lawyer would be fun for me, and that's kind of why I wanted to do it. But
it's just remembering all the rest of it.
Huh?
It's remembering all the rest of it, all the laws and all the different things.
I think I could do that. It was the poli-sci thing that turned me. It was actually just going to school. Yeah. That was my issue. Yeah. My entire issue was going to class. If I could just not go to class, I think I could do it.
Right.
And maybe I could now at this age. I don't know. Maybe that shit's gotten out of my system.
We've got some not ending. We're not going to end quite yet, but we got some questions that we ask everybody that comes on the podcast.
Yeah, definitely.
With it being an election year, how do you feel about where the state of our country is right now? And do you feel that we are being well represented at the federal and state level by the government?
I don't really pay attention to any of that, not going to lie.
Okay. Do you have any feelings about it?
I'd have to say, I feel like we're on a little decline right now, but it's got to get better someday, but who knows if it does.
Yeah. And you are young. I get it. At your age, I don't know how much I paid attention either.
I did, but I was a rare person. I was the person that at 16, I was all in, and I have been since then. So it's different to me.
Still doesn't pay attention. So
nope. Yeah,
he has no clue what's going on over there.
Yeah.
Nope. Try living my life, not focus on any.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how to ask this question. With your father coming from Mexico, right? And we don't know what age he came over, right? Or came up here. How do you feel about some of the immigration laws that are going on right now?
I
do you not know much about those either?
I don't know much about those, but I definitely feel like if there is strict laws, like it's for a good reason, to be honest. Because there's a lot of bad things going on in today's society.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm all for anybody coming as long as they come come over the right way.
Yeah.
All for it.
But yeah, when there was that like huge thing where they were crossing the border, that was like that's pretty scary because you don't know who's coming over.
Right.
Correct. You have
And
no
it's
idea
still
who's coming over.
happening.
And it could be the worst of the worst coming and we're not getting good people, people that are going to be great workers, parts of the labor force like your dad was at Tyson all the time.
Yeah, definitely.
And then create his own business and just a value added person. You know what I mean? He's obviously raised good kids and shit like that. So that's a good person to have. And we don't know if we've got everything coming across all the time, if we're not knowing who's coming across. So.
Yeah, it could definitely be very dangerous, I feel like. So you got to have those rules in place because I feel like otherwise, it could just...
We're not a country.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I won't ask you the next question because you probably won't. I mean, do you know much about the Republican-Democrat system?
I like Donald Trump. He's a pretty cool guy. I love him. I don't pay attention to much of what he says, but I love him as a person already.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's good. What'd you think about the whole assassination attempt?
I saw it. I couldn't believe it. Like, it's just crazy that it would happen, like, in today's society with all the protection and stuff that you think they'd have.
You would think.
Yeah.
You would think.
Should have, but yeah.
It's just so crazy because what if they did, like, shoot him and kill him?
Just about an inch away.
Yeah.
So.
But I did think it was pretty cool, though, how he started pumping his arms after that.
Yeah, I saw you like the post I put out.
Yeah.
So. That's cool.
Yeah.
I kind of already asked you where you're going, where you want to go in the future. Do you see yourself staying in Nebraska?
I do love Nebraska a lot.
Okay.
I love Norfolk a lot, but I just feel like there's more to grow, like in Omaha.
Yeah.
But I definitely do love Norfolk a lot. I've grew up here. I love how everything's 5 minutes away. I have tons of family here.
Well, here pretty soon it's only going to take about an hour and 20 minutes to get to Omaha. So you can
takes
live
like
here
an hour and a half now.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah.
That's
So
pretty quick.
I love Norfolk. If I could stay, I would. But.
yeah.
At your age, have you done a lot of traveling around? Have you been in many parts of the country, or mostly just here in like Texas? Or
we usually go to Boulder, Colorado. We just started going there for like the last 2 years. It's really nice there. We went to California when I was younger. Been to Mexico when I was younger too. But definitely we tried
like to where your dad's from.
Yeah.
Or you went like on vacation? You went to his home area.
Yeah.
Was that fun?
It was pretty fun. Like huge culture shock though. It was back when I was younger. I was probably 13 maybe, but it was pretty cool though, seeing some of the stuff. I got to eat some crickets. I've never ate crickets before. That was really good. I saw the pyramids down there. I don't know what they're called, but they were pretty cool too.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
How far from the border is where he's from? Where'd you say he was from again?
Puebla. I think it's right smack dab.
Oh, is it?
In the middle. Yeah.
Okay.
But we took a plane.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Other than that, I don't, without knowing you ahead of time, and Kale didn't give me a whole lot, and I tried to do a little research on your Facebook, but again, you're 20.
No, yeah, definitely.
Your Wikipedia page is small.
Yeah, you didn't. I couldn't find a whole lot of research on it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So this will be a shorter episode, but I think it was still chock full of some good stuff.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I have a lot to learn. I'm pretty young. That's why I kind of wanted to just do the 2 years, get started with my career, learn more.
I've always been a proponent you learn more in your field than you're ever going to learn on a college campus.
Yeah.
We've been pretty clear in our ideas that a college degree is not necessarily needed.
Yeah.
For a lot of things. I think a 2-year degree, I think, is a really good thing because it's kind of that, it could be that transition from your high school where it's really strict. You got to do this. College gives you a little bit more freedom to where,
that's
all right, now you got to start making your own decisions, where I failed at those decisions because I was like, I'm going to go party. I don't need to come to class.
Yeah.
So you're allowed that freedom. So you're going to pass or fail basically just based on that.
Yeah.
As long as you're not getting indoctrinated, it's fine. But then, that's kind of a good transition into the workforce. We're really big on, trade schools, stuff like that. I think anything in the STEM field, obviously you still have to have your doctors, colleges, your mathematics, your engineering, your science and technology type stuff. But then a lot of that other stuff is unnecessary. But
I'd have to say, what do you guys got for me? Like, what's some advice you'd give me being so young?
Just keep at it. Don't let failure look you in the eye and just quit.
Yeah.
You will. I mean, even just recently, I just took over what I was doing in 2018, and I went, I don't know, 8 to 9 months without taking a paycheck.
Oh, really?
So sometimes you really just gotta
get after it.
Yeah.
It seems like you kind of know, you have a good idea of it's tough. And like he asked that question, it's tough right now in the real estate agent, but it's something you want to do. So yeah, don't be afraid of failure. I guess I'm not afraid to fail at anything. That's the way I look at it. If I want to do something, I don't think there's anything I can't do.
Yeah.
And if I fail, but I'm not going to be afraid of failing.
Yeah.
There's just some stuff I don't want to do.
So what do you do for work again?
I'm an assistant supervisor out at Norfolk Iron and Metal right now.
Yeah.
So
And
and then family.
I'm an insurance agent.
Insurance agent?
Yep.
What company do you work for?
Farm Bureau.
Yeah. Tell me more about you guys. I don't know much about you guys.
Oh, everybody, not many people want to hear about us. But we can tell you. I mean, I'm an insurance agent here in town, and I'd love to, if you ever need a little business partner, we can send business back and forth. But came up in sales my whole life. The other thing I was going to tell you too is don't care what people think.
Yeah.
To be you and be authentic, and eventually, you'll do well.
Yeah.
Too.
So how do you kind of do that? What's your thing on just not caring what people think?
Well, you just gotta not care what people think.
Yeah.
You got to say what you want to say without thinking there's going to be repercussions of that. Because if people think, if you say
we wouldn't do what we do.
Yeah, we wouldn't
on
be
the
doing
podcast
this
side of it if we cared.
Yeah. But if somebody's going to think bad of you or ill of you because of something that you said, as long as you're not being, completely harsh or
out of bounds.
Yeah.
But then they don't need to be around you anyway.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I'm big on, I think if you get hurt if your feelings get hurt by words, you're a weak person and I don't need you in my life. That's the way I look at it. And I can try to be a good person as best I can, but I'm also going to be authentic to myself.
Yeah.
That type of thing.
And you sound like you have good values. You're brought up well. Your dad's a hard worker. Just take those values and put those into your business.
Yeah.
And don't ever change.
Yeah, definitely.
Even if you start being greatly successful, always remember your core values, and you'll be successful forever.
That's definitely something I want to do. I've always been taught just to stay humble no matter where you are in life, because other people have better than you and other people have it worse.
There's always a bigger bear.
Yeah.
At all times. There's always something bigger than you. There's always something smaller than you too. So you always got to learn that too. And there's always somebody in a worse position. As bad as you could have it, whatever your bad day is, there's always somebody that just had a worse day.
Yeah.
And so that's a good thing to always keep in mind. And then on my side of it, like me growing up, we have all kinds of family businesses. I talk about getting voluntold to do things a lot of times.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change it for the world. So I would say as advice, don't ever let that going to have to help your dad, or like if it ever gets to be like monotonous or whatever, helping work with just think, this sets me up so much more, and it just builds character. Yeah. It's always a good thing to just keep your family close and that type of thing.
Yeah. I've already learned so much from the food truck. Just in general, there's so much you can learn.
Yeah.
And I'm glad, I talk to new people every day, and I look at it like when I'm working the cash register for my dad, I'm speaking to clients, of the food truck, and it feels good to meet new people and just see what they think about the food.
You hand in your business cards with every order?
Yeah, I just started doing that. And then when it's like to-go orders, I'll sneak
put them in their bag.
Yep.
There you go.
Smart.
Yep, might as well,
Real
free
smart.
advertising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your business cards look really good.
Yeah.
I like them a lot. They're definitely unique.
You see my new ones?
I know whatever you put on whatever you put on Facebook recently.
Yeah, I like
them. They're kind of vertical.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those are pretty sick.
Yeah, definitely. I have a lot of things planned out for like social media and stuff when I start getting going.
Can you create? Does it have to be all off your personal page, or is that how you guys do it, or do you want to like create your own like business page, or how are you going to go about that?
So I have two. I have a business page and personal page. Okay. And so far, I've had a lot more success on the personal page
because everybody knows you.
Yeah, yeah. But I grow both same time.
That's good.
But I'll probably start doing more on Instagram. I just feel like Instagram's more personal, and it's you don't want to bother too many people on there. You know what I'm saying?
I do a lot more scrolling on Instagram, like just real fast. I don't read a lot of posts. I just picture.
I have seen some people get pretty successful as a business on Instagram.
Yeah. Really?
It's weird how and I haven't figured that out either, how it works, but
Yeah.
I don't figure it out because the way I use Instagram.
Yeah.
I use Instagram as I just scroll.
Yeah.
I don't pay a lot of attention.
Instagram is a lot with hashtags.
Yeah.
I've noticed.
How about TikTok? Do you guys have success with that? I haven't really tried to.
Zach just
TikTok.
started doing pretty well.
What do you consider successful?
Like views, likes.
Like how many? We just started really we had started it back in whenever we did the
October,
November.
November. Yeah, I think we started before that, didn't we? Because we went to some basketball games.
Oh yeah.
So we had to have started in last fall.
Yeah,
but we were very minimal stuff.
Very green.
Yeah.
I had never posted on my personal page before.
I had posted 2 or 3 videos, 4 videos maybe.
So it's been a learning curve.
Yeah.
But
I don't know how to market TikTok. Yeah.
It's really just getting whatever message you want to get across, you want to get it across fast.
Yeah.
Within under a minute. Where there's been some videos where we've gone, I don't know, 3-4 minutes, but most of our successful ones have either been just a photo.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that, or just something real quick that gets to the point.
Yeah.
But it's mostly just clips of the interviews.
Well, yeah, you don't want to, you just want to have short clips that people can see really fast.
Yep. And then I'll put a bunch of hashtags on there. Trying to think what our most. I think we have 1,700 on one. We've been over 1,000 a couple times, but that we haven't broke 2,000.
One thing I have been doing on Facebook too is friending people. I'll add them as a friend, and then I'll invite them to the business page.
That works. Has anybody not accepted it? I've noticed some people don't always accept it.
Yeah, I haven't really noticed. I didn't really pay attention. I just click add friend.
I keep seeing that Facebook, in certain ways, is a dying platform for business.
Yeah.
And I kind of see that now too. And I think it's partly due because of some of their, I don't know if it's regulations.
It's how they push certain things.
Yeah.
Or suppress certain things. TikTok's done that too. We've had a couple videos get taken down for I don't even know what reason.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Twitter, X is starting. I'm starting to kind of learn
how to post on that,
how to use that and use it to our advantage.
Yeah.
Which that sounds kind of bad, but use other people's posts to our advantage.
No, yeah.
I guess is what I'm saying. But other than that, we do it all. But our biggest engagement still is on Facebook, usually, or TikTok.
Yeah, I think it's so much easier on Facebook too, because Norfolk, pretty small town. It's pretty easy for people to see what's going on.
It's weird to see how I just sometimes it feels like for the podcast anyway, when we put something out there, it feels like, oh, nobody in Norfolk has social media.
It seems that way at times. I never saw that happen. Wow, and we posted every week for the last 4 weeks.
Yeah.
For my insurance business, I'm only regulated to LinkedIn and Facebook.
Oh, really?
So I can't advertise on anything else, which completely sucks because I have some amazing ideas for TikToks.
Yeah,
and I can't do it. So that kind of blows that out of the water. But for the podcast, I can kind of do whatever we want. We've experimented with some different things, but it's usually hashtags and just what the content is.
Yeah. Have you tried paid advertisements at all?
We've tried a few times.
I feel like those don't work too well.
Doesn't seem like it.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. And then maybe
seems like we get a lot of likes and views and nothing else out of it.
We don't get too many followers out of the deal, which is what I hope for on TikTok because we're trying to get where we can go live on there.
Yeah.
And you have to have, I don't know if it's 5,000 followers.
It's a bunch of followers. That's all I know.
What would you guys rather want? Followers or more likes?
Right now, followers, so that we can go live to get more likes later on,
and hopefully get more listens
and more
views
listens
on our real podcast, on the full episodes and stuff like that. So
so getting followers has been a tough deal, but that's okay.
It's hard.
I'll figure out our content eventually
someday.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, it's all about staying consistent, on what I'm marketing. Either if it's a food truck or real estate, I'm just trying to stay consistent so people know that we're there,
How are you with drones?
Drones? I've never used a drone.
Do you know somebody that has one?
Yeah.
So my suggestion to you is when you do get a listing, do a fly through as your TikTok of the listing.
I gotta fly.
Okay.
I'm gonna I want to do like in-person videos. I just feel like many people don't do that here just because like I'm younger than everybody. I feel like I'll have more ideas and not be afraid of being on camera. But I definitely want to do drone videos like where it's zoomed in on me, zoomed back out, like around the house. And then like I want to do like amazing marketing like every single time on house.
That'd be great.
Yep.
And there's no like stipulations on where you can market for Berkshire. You guys kind of have an open, like you don't have any restrictions. You can use TikTok. You can use whatever you want.
Yeah, you just gotta make sure you like have the name, have your name, phone number. Make sure it has the fair housing and stuff.
That's pretty cool. Other than that, I don't
have a lot more.
Yeah. Anything else? Any questions you got for us? We kind of gave you our little rundown of advice for you.
Yeah. I mean, what were you guys doing at 20 years old?
I don't know if we want to answer that question.
We'll let that. I think I kind of said what I was doing.
I was in my first year at UNK. Let's just put it that way.
20 hours. Mine was.
Although I was probably in the best shape of my life that year because I was going to try out for the basketball team.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was in pretty good shape back then. That would have been 20. When I was 20, I'd have been working at Whiskey Creek, I think maybe.
Because I had seen a trainer for.
I was the waiting house at 20 years old. Yeah. Have you seen the movie Waiting?
No, I have not.
No.
You're missing out.
I recommend go watching that movie.
Go watch it and you'll know what my house looked like.
Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's an old one, but it's good. Yeah, us at 20, we're not in our careers like you are.
No,
right
I was not anywhere near a career path at 20 years old.
I'm excited. I just starting off young. I think I can learn pretty fast. And by the time I'm 24, 25, I know everything. Just keep learning.
You're smart to do it early. You're smart to I don't know how, I'm not going to get into, you're 20, so I'm not going to get into kind of partying and stuff like that. But, if you stick to your guns and keep with the path you're on, you're going to be successful.
Yeah, definitely.
In my opinion.
Yeah. I always had a lot of friends partying, but I never really wanted to get into that. Just go to school, work, do my own thing.
Do you think it helps staying in Norfolk to keep on the not partying side? Do you think if you would have left for college that you might have been sucked into partying because you didn't have family around or anything like that?
Yeah, probably. I'd have to say the friends you surround yourself with are very big influence on you.
Yeah, no, trust me.
Yeah. But yeah,
Did you just point at me? Well, I mean, you're successful, so that's why.
Right, exactly. It wasn't a slight. It wasn't a slight at all. No.
No, definitely being at Northeast, I feel like just very straight path.
Yeah, that's good.
Like I said, I was always busy working in the morning, going to school, going to go lift, going back to school.
Is fitness a pretty big part of your life?
Yeah, I try to keep it a big part of my life. I used to be really into it in high school. Mm-hmm. And just as I got into college, I just like didn't feel as motivated as much just because like no sports or anything.
Right.
But it fit right with my schedule, so I just always try to hit it in there. But there'd be times where you're just too tired and don't have the motivation anymore.
Yeah, you didn't want to be a power lifter like Sam.
No. Maybe someday I'll be as big as him. He's like Hulk.
I know, right? He's a big dude.
But no, I'll just hit my bench press and do some squats and stuff.
That works.
Get the main lifts in.
There you go.
How do they say all the? How do you say? Mirror muscles?
Oh, yeah.
Get all those in.
Well, I really appreciate you taking the time, seeing that you were with Berkshire and starting real estate so early. I was like, we gotta try to get him on and pick his brain a little bit and see where you were at.
No, yeah, definitely. I'm definitely learning a lot, and I'll be glad to join you guys sometime again.
Well, maybe in 2 years.
Yeah.
If we're still around, which we will be.
We've already said we'll have one or two listeners at that point. So
we'll still be doing it.
We'll still do it as long as we have one or two.
You guys will be big.
So we'll let you get 2 years under your belt, and then we'll bring you back, and maybe we'll do a check-in in a year and see how you're doing.
Oh yeah, definitely. I guess right now my main goal is learn that, try getting into the community more, be a bigger influence for the little kids. I guess down the road, that's something I want to do. Be like, I don't know if you guys have seen those. It's like they have a older guy and they just want to influence the little kids. They'll help out.
Like
the
big
kids.
brother,
Yeah,
big brother, big sister, teammates.
That's something I want to do when I'm older.
That's something I always wanted to do too, and then I didn't have the time to. I didn't want to commit to it and then not be able to fully be there for for the kid.
I know. I
So
love
just donate to it.
Yeah. I love kids a lot. I definitely want to. They're the future.
Yeah.
And like
Technically, right now you're the future.
Yeah.
So
I feel old already though. I'm 20.
Jesus,
you still got a lot to learn, man. just
I got
like
almost double on you.
Yeah, and don't take offense to that whatsoever. But just by going through some of the questions, there's still a lot for you to
definitely.
to take in, and whether it's with business or even eventually you're gonna have to get into politics a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah,
You'll realize it does matter.
Yep.
But no, yeah, I want to do more stuff with the community. One of my other goals is starting a boxing gym sometime too.
You into boxing?
I love boxing. I'm wearing my Mike Tyson.
Oh, there
shirt
you go.
right now, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Is there still any boxing gyms around Norfolk?
Do you guys know the Thompsons at all?
What's the first name?
I don't know them.
I know a lot. I know a lot of Thompsons.
They do they had a gym. They did wrestling and boxing.
Oh, is that the one in Stanton?
Yeah, that
had
got
the
knocked down.
tornado.
Oh,
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah, so they opened up another building, I think right over where the old Hastings used to be at.
Oh, okay.
I think it's in like a storage unit. I'm not too sure where it's at. I haven't been there yet, but they usually do wrestling and boxing there too, but
Behind Harbor Freight?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, it's behind Harbor Freight. What he's talking about, it's
In the square turn thing.
yeah, it's like right now they have wrestling, and then they're waiting to get the boxing stuff set up right now. But I just see that post on Facebook.
In the strip mall or in that storage unit area?
It's behind Freightliner. I don't know if it's in the old nursing home area, but I know it's behind Freightliner.
Harbor Freight.
Harbor Freight, my bad.
Because there used to be a storage unit place, so that they'd split Hastings. Harbor Freight was in the front, and there was a storage unit,
In the back
indoor
side of it.
storage unit in the back. So I don't know, is it in that actual building or is it in the strip mall behind it? Oh, you don't know.
No, yeah. I just know the gist of the location, but
That's interesting.
Yeah, I
Are you
definitely
going to
wanna
go there?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go there when they have boxing. I went to the old place a couple of times, like 2 times, and then I was like excited to go the next day, and then it got knocked down, and I was like, because that's something I really enjoy and want to do more.
Is that something you would want to pursue and actually have some fights, or is it just more of like a recreational thing for you?
Just something to keep me fit and active, but hey, if I get better, why not? Just do it for fun.
I'll get behind you if that's something you want to do.
Yeah, I always joke around with my friend. I'm like, next year we're gonna sign up for some fights, even if we get.
Yeah, like you said, you got to try, right?
Yeah, definitely. I like boxing. I've been playing volleyball a lot at Big Red. Too.
Volleyball's a lot of fun.
I love
We
volleyball.
used
We
to
did that when we were younger.
Yeah.
when we were your age.
No, yeah, definitely. Every game now I'm sore.
Yeah.
It just
Ours wasn't the game didn't make us sore. It was the drinking for us.
yeah,
Drinking before, during, and after.
right, exactly. We'll probably wrap it up there if that's all right with you, unless there's something else you wanted to talk about or anything.
That's about it.
Cool.
I'll probably go home, play the new college football game.
Yeah, pretty excited for that.
Yeah.
Did you get the early access or whatever?
Yeah, my girlfriend got it for me.
So we're keeping you away from it right now, aren't we?
No,
Oh,
actually,
okay.
no. That's for later tonight.
Okay.
but, yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks to my
That's
co-host.
a pretty good girlfgirlfriend to get you that for,
Right.
for her gift, too.
Yep.
Definitely.
Better hang on to
Definitely.
that one, too.
Yeah.
My wife would never buy me a video game. But thanks to my co-host Vance Neidig, our producer Yoshi. Without them, the show would not be what it is. Huge thank you to Isaac. We really appreciate you making time, opening up today.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I was a little nervous, but
Once you get
Gotta do
talking,
it,
it's
yeah.
not that bad.
yeah, I like you guys. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, no problem.
Thanks.
So keep on the lookout for more great episodes, and we'll see you guys next week.